ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the CD Racoola Show. They're coming to get you, Barbara. They're coming to get you, Barbara. Tonight, the dead will walk the earth as we review the 1990 film Night of the Living Dead! Oh boy, another zombie film. Here we go. You know, I say that, but in reality, I kind of like zombie films, and just zombies in general, really. Let me take that back. I don't kind of like zombies. I love zombies. Zombie film and other forms of zombie media are kind of like comfort food for me. I mean, my real comfort food is a delicious and nutritious glass of blood, straight from the neck, of course, or maybe even a macaroni and blood sandwich. What I mean by zombies are my comfort food is that you just kind of know what you're going to get with zombie films. And if you like zombies, as many of us do, then it just works. This film was basic zombie 101, and I didn't hate it one bit. Why change the formula for what works, you know? This film was directed by none other than Tom Savini, whom was best known for all his makeup and prosthetic works on some absolutely huge name films. Friday the 13th, Creep Show, Dawn of the Dead, or Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, ring any bells for you? I thought they may have. This film was a remake of the 1968 film directed by George Romero that was also named Night of the Living Dead. This is a unique episode of the CD Racoola Show because we're going to have 3 goats of horror in this episode. Tom Savini is definitely a goat of horror, and there's no doubt in any good horror fan's mind that Mr. Romero is a big old goat and nothing less. Got to love those goats and their bodies of work. The dead bodies of work, maybe. Who is the third goat, you ask? Well, let's stick our hands deeper into the rotted carcass of this film to find out. You know old CD loves making you wait, don't you? Okay, so when talking about the cast of this film, I have to say my personal goat of horror is none other than, wait for it, wait for it, you're getting anxious, aren't you? Tony Todd. You know what he is from, don't you? Most of you already know, but he is Candyman. I have to review Candyman. I'm a disgrace to all of us horror fans for not getting on that sooner. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna do Candyman, don't worry. Tony has also been in Platoon, Star Trek, and Final Destination. Oh boy, those Final Destination films just fill me with all kinds of anxiety. I don't know why, but I should review those at some point as well. Note to self here. Review Final Destination films. And Shrunken Head Collection needs dusting. Got to remember to do that. If you ever think there is a movie out there that I should review, please feel free to leave a comment and tell me what's up, you know. I'm not going to get too crazy into this cast because I want to move on to the movie here. But along with the GOAT Tony Todd, you also had Patricia Tallman, whom was also in Star Trek. Lots of Trekkies in this film. I guess live long and prosper or whatever. Thanks, Spock, old boy. I do like her in this film, and we kind of get to see her character, Barbara, transform from a soft, crying, weak person into a hardened warrior. who doesn't take no poop from anyone. Kind of reminded me of Melissa McBride's character, Carol, in The Walking Dead, in her transition, you know. You can see her resolve harden as she realizes the severity of the zombie situation. Speaking of the zombie situation in this 1990 Night of the Living Dead film, 7 strangers are trapped in a farmhouse, and they board it up to keep the zombies out. Now, does that seem like a smart idea to you? I mean, these zombies aren't like incredibly fast or have the fanatical strength of the zombies like in 28 Days Later or World War Z, for instance. I mean, you could pretty easily just run right around them in Night of the Living Dead. Kind of the classic slow, shambling zombies here. The only way they could get you is if you, well, maybe if you trap yourself in a farmhouse like the geniuses did in this film. This film kind of followed lots of the stereotypical zombie movie themes. First, there is always someone whom is secretly harboring a zombie bite of some kind, and is slowly becoming a zombie right before our very eyes. As the audience, we know the person is about to become an undead flesh eater, so there's always a feeling of dread as to when this person is going to turn and tear everyone else limb from limb. Sounds good to me. Second, there always seems like there's some kind of super rich guy who is always on his own selfish agenda and trying to run the show. Just because you were a boss in the old world doesn't make you the boss of the zombie apocalypse. So, Mr. Rich Guy, just stop telling everyone what to do. I mean, come on, Mr. Rich Guy. In this case, it was the character Harry in Night of the Living Dead, played by Tom Towles. Oh, by the way, Tom Towles was in Rob Zombie's Halloween. I also did a review of that for you, so check it out. Why not? You don't have anything else to do you? Tom was also in House of 1,000 Corpses and The Devil's Rejects. In the film Night of the Living Dead, one of the main points of argument was Harry, aka the rich guy, wanting everyone to go down in the basement and barricade themselves down there. Now, as a horror fan and a zombie connoisseur, I will tell you this: you never go down in the basement. Basements are death traps in every horror film, it seems like. Stay out of the basement, okay? You heard it here first. Us horror fans are smarter than the average person, and we're ready for any kind of scenario, I don't know how you say it, potato. I mean, we've seen it all through horror movies, right? I don't think watching a rom-com is going to get you ready for the end of the world, you know. Us horror fans, at the very least, know in a zombie apocalypse to stay out of that darn basement. Come on, you guys know better than that. I thought the zombies were actually pretty cool looking in this film, and it had some great scenes, like the big fat zombie in the overalls, kind of a redneck look, I guess, falling off the stairs and almost crushing poor Barbara. Lots of fun, and I honestly thought this film to be a pretty darn good remake. So I'm going to give it a decent grade on the old scorometer. I mean, it didn't scare my stanky old loafers off my feet by any stretch of the imagination, but it didn't bore me to death either, so there you have it. I enjoyed this film and encourage encourage you to watch it immediately, if not sooner. In fact, I command you to watch it. I also command you to subscribe to the CD Racoola Show. Look deep into my eyes, why don't you? While I do some vampire hypnosis on you, you will subscribe to the CD Racoola Show. You will love old CD. I command you! Please join me next episode when I attack the zombie realm with every weapon imaginable as I review Call of Duty's Zombie Mode. That's going to be loads of fun. Been a while since I reviewed a game, so you'll want to check that out for shizzle. Closing up shop here, I'm going to go ahead and say this again. Just stay out of the basement, because it's dark, it's dank, and I very well might be waiting underneath your stairs for you. Ta-ta, ta-ta.